to have, I don't feel like you need to say, this is my alter ego. I think this is you.
Yeah.
This is us as women growing.
Right.
You know, we have been, you know, we have our mother's opinion, our auntie's opinion, our friend's opinion. Everybody gives us opinion or tell us who we should be, what we should look like, what we should wear, what doesn't look good, what looks good. And we internalize these things.
Right.
But now this is you.
Yeah.
This is who you're growing into becoming.
Right.
So it's not a alter ego. It's Freda Camille.
Right. Freda Camille.
That's,
I like the way
that's it. It's just who you are.
Right.
You know, no, this is who you're growing into becoming.
Right.
So don't become a part. It's a side of me. It's a part of me.
Right.
On the outside, no, it's inside.
It's inside of me.
Okay, that's who it is.
Yeah, and I think because of past situations and insecurities and low self-esteem at one point in my life, it's like I had to totally learn how to just love me, the person who I was, period. So coming into this person and understanding that the things that I have to say and the things that I've been through are important to share with other people. So it's like I'm getting stronger. I'm appreciating it more. And I just understand that this is my time to walk in what God has given me.
And I think we know which one was first. Let's go down the line of books, Miss Author Freda Camille.
So The Storms Caused My Faith. This is my baby. Like, I was really extremely proud of this particular project. Of course, this came out of the tragedy of losing my mom when I was 23 years old. And I immediately, like, formed this relationship with Jesus Christ. Didn't know what I was doing, didn't know how. I was still in the midst of a lot of the negative things that I was doing in my life, but somehow the spiritual words was coming out of my pen. So as I say now with my hashtag, like, God speaks and I write. I'm not in control of that. So years later, I started going through other stuff. I got married and then I got divorced and then my dad died, and you know, I was still going through a lot of storms, and it was just annoying. But I kept holding back, running back, reading things that I wrote, and then I put this down and I just started living my life. Like, I don't have time to be an author. I just have to focus on storms.
I remember that. I remember that period.
Like, people would come and say, let's do a collaboration and let's do this and let's do that. And I was just like, no, I don't have time to be an author. Like, at that time, I'm thinking I don't have the money. I got to pay bills. I get ready to get divorced and I got to do this, and that. The kids are growing up. So then the time came in my life where I was like, you know what? The Storms Caused My Faith is still important. Like, this is who I am. And now I need to get this back out. So I was in a different place, though. I was much more at peace. I had a better relationship with God in the sense that I understood, like, who he was, what he was doing in my life. You know, that even though I went through more storms and my heart was constantly breaking, he still had me. And because of that peace, when I decided that it's time to do The Storms Caused My Faith again, I did the second edition. And the second edition, I tried to paint a picture as to where I am now in my life, or where I was when I did this 10 years later. I was at peace. So that's why I wanted to go with the white. I didn't want it to be like a dark, grimsome type of situation. I wanted people to understand that I know that the storms caused my faith. The storms caused my faith. Like, why do I have faith? It's because of everything that I've been through. Had I not been through everything that I've experienced, I probably wouldn't have turned to God as quickly as I did. And it's been since I was a little girl. So that was what the changes were. And then I added more poetry into the book. So you have the first edition. It is in this particular one, but there's additional poetry in this one.
It's interesting because I think you said the storm caused your faith.
The storms caused my faith.
Your reprint was when you kind of realized, oh, wait a minute, I'm still living.
Yes.
And you had a better acceptance of who you was. So actually, you did the faith thing.
I did.
You were doing more faith.
Exactly.
Than looking at the storm.
Okay. So, and you can see the transition between the two.
Right.
The clouds, that talks about, like, I love the sky. Blue's my favorite color. However, when there's a storm coming, or when the storm has passed over, a lot of times you do focus, you look at the sky, and all you can see is the clouds, but you don't see that the sun is going to shine again. Like, the sun might have been shining before, but you don't think about that when the storm is there, because there's no light, there's just a lot of darkness. But again, here there's peace, like the wisdom. That's what the tree stands for in my brain. Like that is what I'm not focused on issues anymore. And then there's a river in the back. More peace, more calm. I'm okay. Like I can do this. That even if I have storm after storm after storm, I'm still all right. I'm gonna consistently always be all right.
And I just want to say that one thing I admire about you, she takes a long time to make sure that covers everything is in order.
Yes.
I think we've gone back and forth with the Storm Caused My Face. This one.
Yes, it was.
Okay. So you're meticulous about everything, and you should be.
It means something. It's like I'm not just writing books to be writing books.
Right.
What I'm doing is I'm giving a transparent visual look into my life through words.
Right.
And it's so important to me that I want people to understand it should be important to them as well. And although you may not have been through the same exact situation, the storms caused my face can still speak to any situation. Like if we talk about divorce in this book, or if we talk about being happily married, those are two situations that the way the poetry is written, that it doesn't necessarily have to just stand for marriage or divorce. It could be for a good relationship, a bad relationship. Right. It could be mother and daughter. It could be brother and sister. It could be friends. So even though it speaks directly to a situation that I went through, creatively it's expressed in a way that anybody can adapt to what I'm saying.
And I can see the changes and your strengths. Then you started collaborating.
Yes. So I was at that place where it was like, okay, it's time.
Okay.
It's time for people to hear my voice, and my way of hiding is through poetry. My poetry is my crutch. But things I wish he knew, when I was asked to be a part of that, I was at a place where I was like, okay, I can do this, and it's time to tell a story. Because of course, everybody's like, Free, when you gonna write another book? When you gonna write another book? When you gonna write another book? When you gonna start telling people about the things that you've been through? I'm like, okay. So when I was asked to be a part of that project, I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I thought initially that I was gonna write about my marriage, but it didn't turn out that way. Like I was gonna write, what we had to do was write a letter to a male in our life. It didn't matter if we were happy with them, sad with them, upset with them.